Okay, getting a quick level check, everything looking good. We're ready to do a show. So let's begin the first episode of Hey Joe in 3, 2, 1.
And around the world.
Wow, that really soothes my fragile ego.
Witness and Emmys, period. Both in person.
And a little bit of entertainment. Me an email at the new email address, which is, I'll give you a little time to get it, some pencil and paper to write it down. Pencil and paper, what is this? The 20th century as well. And thanks for stopping on by. Hope you enjoyed the program. World leaders gather in New York this week for the United Nations General Assembly, discussing over how much to cooperate with the investigation into Russia and Russian interference in last year's November general election. An angry confrontation last week could shape the course of the inquiry. But what we're going to be talking about today, a little bit in a few minutes this matter, all the president's lawyers. Yeah, members of President Donald Trump's legal team are chasing everything. I did a demo last week for a new show that will probably be coming out in a different form. I don't know when. Not sure when. Because it's going to sound a lot like this program, so I probably won't be doing it for a while. I did a show called No Dress Code. I did 3 episodes. And some things I want to get off my chest here. First of all, and I have to were, I think, cleaned up a lot better. I'm not talking about in terms of content, but more on just in the delivery. And it seems like this week's episode was a lot better. The jokes, it's kind of a pilot episode. The original series called The Cage. And it was very subtle, but at least that was the impression I got from it. But if you have a chance to check out The Orville, I recommend that you do so. Lately, though, I have been on a kick in watching Fresh Off the Boat, the ABC sitcom talking about the immigrant family, the Chongs. And it's actually based on a true story. I didn't know that when I first started watching this a few months ago. But I've since bought the book that the show is based on, and I plan to get to reading it pretty soon. But I am really hooked on the show. I think partly because it's not like most other sitcoms. For one thing, this is based on a true story. Some of the stuff, of course, is exaggerated for television, which, is to be expected. But it is a funny program. You know what? I'm going to shut off that damn dinging on this Macintosh, because that is driving me crazy. So hopefully the tribute to the original Star Trek painting to watch. Plus there's a hint of nostalgia because this takes place in the mid-1990s, and every once in a while they'll make a reference to events that happened back then. And I'm thinking, oh my God, yeah, that actually did happen back then. Or it's like, I've forgotten about that. Or where was I at that particular time in my life? So, anyway, another good show to watch. I know it's not sci-fi, but it is nevertheless very funny. Watch the program called Joe Loses His Memory. No, Fresh Off the Boat is the name of the program. Let's see, what else? It feels like Thursday to me. And so, schedule. Actually, not. Well, anyway, we started this new schedule where we have 2 days on, 2 days off, 3 days on, 3 days off, that kind of thing. And I've been on that kind of rotation. Well, it's gotten off to a shaky start because some have taken some vacation time. So we've had to fill in the blanks here and there. Not me so much, but some of my coworkers have, including my roommate. So I am still a little disoriented in this new schedule. And I've had the last 3 days off, which I have thoroughly enjoyed. Although I didn't get a lot of the work around here I wanted to get done. But I did get to working on this podcast, which I did a majority of the work late last night. And so, to me, it feels like Thursday right now. As a matter of fact, when I woke up, I thought